Welcome back to our coverage of the Halo 5 Pro Series, and we actually don't have the Austrian Force game. We've actually decided to move over towards what we have is Mockit against Final Form. Final Form taking down Viperio and then taking down last week's champions in power. So they've taken down two scalps already, two huge scalps already. This roster of Speed, Mista, Precision Knight, and Sparky doing absolute bits in the bracket. So we've had to go over here as they play against Squashy, Batchford and Looney. So no doubt this is going to have some fireworks here already, Caelan.
Look, I talked about momentum in that last series. I mean, talk about momentum taking out two of what I've considered upper end teams for European Halo. Precision Knight, I interviewed him during the week. He was hungry for a top two finish. He's got top two from different teams, teaming with these guys and teaming with the French guys last week. He's going to be eyeing up a title this week. I think, beating Power is a huge statement to make, and Power easily, pushed aside Mockit last week. And this could be, this could be their week.
Well, it seems as though Precision Knight makes it to grand finals week in, week out. So if, we want to stay consistent, we would have to say Precision Knight is going to win this with his team Final Form and go into towards the finals again. Or does Mockit, does Looney, Batchford, and Squashy have different story in mind? Do they think that they can actually take down this roster and head towards the finals? There's only one way to find out. Do all your talking out here on the rig. Game one, we're on board with Mista as he immediately travels in towards inside, trying to put the pressure on the Zug. Gets a melee down, and then you see Speed gets that kill onto Zug, but Zug actually importantly gets a kill onto Sparky. So trades across the board, 2 for 2 at the moment, but Looney's all alone here down in the sewer. Precision Knight putting great pressure on him, but great work out of Looney as you see the player outline staying alive there. Great start from the boys over here on Final Form.
Yeah, Looney's doing well there. He's making good decisions with that camo. He's going to isolate Sparky here and try to get the start on the capture down on basement. As well, must note that the giveaway, we didn't have time there, so we'll do the giveaway after this game one. But yeah, look, good start from the guys on Mockit. They'll want to catch Final Form on the back foot early on.
They've already got them on the back foot, as you can see at the moment. Mockit were scoring early, but just like that, Final Form have turned the scoring back in their favour. Camouflage still for Looney. There's not much left of it, and as you can see now, it deteriorates, and he's back within full vision of everybody. But at the moment, Final Form is doing a great job. Every single time Mockit heads towards one stronghold, Final Form say, okay, you can have that. We'll take the other one instead, and making sure they keep on scoring points. It's great work, and it's vintage strongholds on the rig.
Yeah, Speed pulling off a double kill there. And about to start the capture on BR base. He's got Sparky there to give him help. The guys have spawned on the far side of the map, so he shouldn't be under any pressure. They've got two bases at the minute. A nade hitting him, slap in the face. He should be able to take out Batchford. Batchford has just evaded him. Oh, that's unfortunate for Speed.
Batchford's done a fantastic job there, playing his life, making himself a really difficult kill. Instead of staying out there on the top nest, taking that fight, opts to go back down. His teammate offers a little bit of support, and it was all Batchford needed. He gets that melee, gets that trade, when really he had no right to get that kill. And because of that, they were able to keep control of the nest. But Speed has come back off the spawn, and it's Batchford versus Speed once more, round 2, v2. But this time Squashy gets a grenade. Squashy gets a double kill onto Mista as well. So great job out of Mockit to get the early stages here of the game and make sure they can get this stronghold in their favour. 2 in favour of them to 1 as they score in 15, 18. As you can see, Looney almost looks like he nearly took a little trip
down. Confusion there for the
sideways. Camo, it looks like 2 players went for it again. We've seen that last week on the side of Cartel where 2 players went for the same camouflage. It was a miscommunication on their side, but this time Mista has camouflage over towards Nest. There's nades heading towards him. Precision Knight is set up towards the basement. Mista with the camouflage, getting this nest will up to solo Kappa as he sends his player out towards the BR base to maybe try and get the reset. But triple cap in effect at the moment for Final Form, and Mockit need to answer back in this pressure.
I'm just noticing, maybe we talked about it whenever we had the double series at the start of this year. Watching the likes of Legend and Shady, how aggressive they are sometimes. I think it's rubbed a bit off on Precision Knight because he's coming wild around some of their corners in these guys at the minute, and it's paying off. The guys are on a triple cap at the minute here, and no doubt it's down to some of his ability and hard work at the minute and putting down some, important kills. Mockit need to stop this very quickly. They in that last instance where we talked to them, went for camo and ended up Mista picking it up. That's a simple mistake, which give the balance of power towards Final Form, and next cycle it needs to be changed.
Yeah, at the moment, as you can say, Precision Light is, in the words of Doc, is full violent speed and momentum, and he's taking the racing line around this map at the moment, cutting every corner he can to get himself in a position to help his teammates. But Looney gets a kill on the speed. That's what you need to see from Looney. More of that, more kills will really help your team, because you're down in the game at the moment and not able to score. You need to help your teammate over towards his basement, which he does, but gets taken down. And Squashy alone in the basement needs some help here as Mista drops in, taking down the no shield, but Mista doing a great job of just delaying that for a moment, just a touch, and it was just enough. As you can see, again, they've traded out that stronghold yet again. Nothing more frustrating than getting one stronghold and losing another stronghold across the map, Caleb.
That's the ideal situation if you're Final Form, you know. It's good rotation, good practice. If you can get the balance of power to have two strongholds, then you know you keep scoring no matter what. If that team gets one, you get the other. The score still is going in your favor. So it's good work from Final Form.
Great work in a Final Form. Precision Light at the moment. Rail gun in hand, gets a double kill. Want to see a triple kill here as he drops down towards the basement to stop it from getting converted. Yes, he does. Triple kill. Killing spree. Gets the back. Looney all alone towards that back rails there. And looks as though Sparky's in a world of hurt. That we will see this basement get transferred over towards Mockit, and we will see a triple cap momentarily. As you can see, the nest was also almost. There we go. Full triple cap in effect for Mockit. They're going to be scoring big points here, Caleb.
I was afraid this game was going to go away from Mockit, to be honest. You know, they were down a triple cap, they were down 40 points, and all of a sudden they've brought it back to within 10. They've got that triple cap, and it doesn't seem to be stopping anytime soon, because Batchford there, with the railgun off the spawn on Sparky, you can see there's pressure coming on the basement. It's a 2v1 situation. This will be a huge play if we can get this one on Mista.
Batchford is fighting the world at the moment. He's taken down 3 members of Final Form, has Batchford, and just when you need him most, Mr. Clutch Batchford has come in, just that clutch, as he tries to keep this basement in control of Mockit. He's done just enough to delay it. He's sacrificed his life. He should come back up off the respawn to help his teammates in time to defend that basement and that nest side. Whatever one he chooses, he should spawn outside towards that BR side. As you can see, it looks as though Final Form are setting up to try and take down this nest. They're all set up towards Whitehall, and Mockit will have that information. As you can see, Squashy takes down Sparky. Mista should fall here. Yes, he does. Squashy takes him down, but Precision Knight answers back with a trade of his own, and Speed gets a kill onto Morgan's. So we will maybe see this team of Final Form head out towards that nest and maybe try and get some control over there.
Interesting decisions now as we sort of come into that sort of climax of the game. Looney a bit silly with that railgun. He didn't need to do that. You know, they seem to be a bit desperate trying to hold nest there. And it does go in the hands of Final Form, and they start scoring again. But we're coming down to the business end of the game. Speed picking up the camo. Gets a wee team shot there from Sparky too. That'll do a bit of damage, though it doesn't matter because he takes down. So anyway, but yeah, look, this is where Mockit's got to do some work, hard work.
Oh, Speed was in a world of hurt there. He was caught between a rock and a hard place. 2 members of Mockit all up in his visor. He had to try and take the fight of one. He managed to get the trade, so it's you know, at that point it's damage limitations. You just need to do what you can with the camouflage as you've been spotted out. But maybe he got that shot in the back from Sparky because he couldn't see him. You know, he is camouflaged, his cloak. That's the excuse I'll be using. I'm an old man, I'm sorry I couldn't see you there with the camouflage. But at the moment, Final Form are scoring, and they're starting to claw back at this lead of Mockit. And just like that, they've traded out the base now. Scatter shot in the hand of Speed, but fortunately for Mockit, they're still scoring points, and they need to answer back from this one. Sparky has gotten a kill, so this BR base should transition over towards the Final Form boys. But 87 points in favour of Mockit at the moment. This game at the moment is started off at a bang.
Well, look at this, the pressure coming on the basement now. So, and Looney's down here, but they're in trouble. There's a scatter shot there, just avoids it from Speed. Oh, that's a big one there. That's enough actually, just to take the pressure off. Batchford should take down Precision Knight. But that was some good work out of Zoe.
Good work out of Zoe, but all for nothing for the moment, as both of these strongholds have gone over towards Final Form, and they've started to tie the lead and should just take the lead now as they tick over. But there you go, points answered again in favour of Mockit as they take it down. It's back and forth action here. And it's gone back over towards Mockit. It's ebbing and flowing. It's this way and that, like a pendulum swinging from left to right. But it has the pendulum stead towards Mockit's court now at the moment as they're scoring a little bit more points. Sparky takes down Looney. Squashy takes down Sparky. Precision Knight then takes down Squashy. And it's all going hammer and tongs at the moment. 94 points. Make that 95. As it looks like we're going to transition these strongholds over towards the nest side.
For Final Form.
Final form now taking basement, but BR has been taken by Mockit. Triple cap for the moment. Will this be enough to just edge their way towards the end game? Mr. has the railgun. Mr. is the big boy player here. He's got the railgun, needs to answer back. Boom! Down goes Batchford. But unfortunately, 2 members of his team have been taken down. Will that nest transition over towards them? As you can see, Mockit, he's run out of time, and Mr. done just enough to take down Batchford to make sure that 2 players were not scoring over towards that nest side, and a great job. Just he knew wisely that once he taken down Batchford, maybe they didn't have enough time to take down that nest, and they've taken game 1 over Mockit 1-0, and it looks like as though they're on the road taking down the scalp of Mockit. Are this final form roster here, Caelan?
Oh, look, I know I was talking to Nighty during the week. If you caught the interview and the roundup that I did, Nighty predicted, he one to watch this week was Mista. Mista pulled out a real clutch there performance at the end of that one, because it was inevitable that if Mockit would have got 2 over in this, that would have been it. That would have been game over. Time would have been captured. The amount of time taken for final form to take one of the other bases wouldn't have been enough. But Mista with a big play there to stop Mockit and to take this series in their control at the minute.
Anytime Nighty Night talks, I listen, and he highlights Mista, and just like that, Mista, although scoring wise, he had you have to say a consistent game. He wasn't there was no headlight movements. He didn't go huge with a kill or killing spree or anything like that. He just played it consistent, straight down the middle. You get a 7 out of 10 on him for this game, but he managed to get the big kill when it mattered most. Railgun onto Batchford, takes him down, gets the win. So he gets the kill when it mattered. 1-0 in the series. We're going over to Plaza Slayer now. It's going to be hectic. It's going to be fast. What are we going to see here, Caelan?
Well, first off, we'll do the giveaway. We'll roll this one now. Nightbot, let's do it.
Roll the dice.
The winner is Tau9. So Tau9, just give us a DM or a whisper, and we'll put you down on the list for a nameplate. But yeah, this one, Plaza Slayer. Looking at the slays the last time, it was quite balanced. Mockit were outslaying final form, I think. But you look at Zo 9 and 18 in that Strongholds game. You'd hope that form doesn't transition over to the Slayer game. You'd want something more consistent out of him. He had some plays, we've seen it on the stream, he had some plays where he played really well, but this one he needs to up the performance here, because they can't afford to go 2-0 down. In
terms of the way the scoring has been, that is actually the first time that Mockit have lost a game or a map in the tournament, so that brings them 9-1 and 10-4 then in favor of final form. So, or 10-3 rather. Final form have lost 3 games. It must have been probably a couple against Power and maybe one other against Viperio, but the Mockit have lost their 0 now, 9-1. So this is the first time they've had their backs to the walls in a series, and there's been questions asked of them. Can they bounce back here in the Slayer? It's a good time to do it on Plaza. Make sure you get those snipe rifles, you get those over shields. We're going to jump straight into it here. We're loading into the game. I want to see Batchford go big. I want to see Looney go big. I want to see go big or go home times. It's not quite that at that moment just yet, but it is time to answer back. You don't want to go 2 down the series and have to do a reverse sweep. Let's do it now and make sure we tie the series up 1-1. So Mockit will be starting us off here on Plaza. As you can see, we're going to jump on board with Squashy. Looks like he's not going to go for the overshield just yet. He's going to head towards the yellow, maybe head towards this ledge and put some shots down to the guy's top end.
There he goes. OS, I think, picked up by Sparky there at the start. An opening exchange leads in 1-1. Interesting setup too. Squashy sitting all alone over here, heading towards Cafe. Misters are picking him off very easily. Looney falling as well. So as immediately a great start from final form. They have the sniper, they had the OS. There's 3 kills up on the board. That's what more do you want?
When you see Speed with the sniper rifle, I already get excited. I'm on the edge of my seat. I know he's going to start finding some faces very, very soon. Bullets will be hitting visors, bodies will be hitting the floor, as the game has slowed down very quickly for the moment. Only 1 kill, but it's been a trade there. 6 kills to 3, so they have doubled the kills, but all they need here, Mockit, is a wipe. So they need to play this tactically, play it safe, make sure they get the first kill here, and when they make the engagements, Batchford gets taken down to no shields off that body shot from Speed, but Zuh takes down Speed. This is the time you go. This is Mockit. You see, look for them to collapse now. Looney gets a kill, but he's traded 2 for 2. Squashy gets a kill. That's 3-2. It's a great job out of Mockit. Fantastic work out of Mockit to break that setup straight away. 8 kills to 7 in final form. They've clawed that back. Great work out of Mockit.
Yeah, a good brace of 3 kills there to bring the score back to 1. Within 1. Sparky here under pressure. Is he going to get lucky? Looney's going to come in to help. Yep. Good teamwork. Good teamwork, I have to say there from the Mockit guys. Communication that Looney knew immediately to run over there to help is teammate under pressure. Batchford with the sniper though is looking at Cafe Ramp to see if he can assist Looney too. And Squashy.
Only got one bullet left in the chamber of this sniper rifle. Teammates coming to help. Looks like he de-scoped just before that player showed himself over towards blue. Missed it. He fires that shot in anger. It does nothing though, and now they will have that information. Speed would have called out. There was only one bullet left in it, so they now know they don't have to worry about any more sniper rifle on the map for the moment as shots go down. Great work at the batch for getting the kill, but also getting that other player down to half shields. And you can see they're hungry like the wolf. Mockit, they're hunting in packs of 2 at the moment. You can see Z and it looks as though Squashy working in tandem together. Over shields very, very soon. As you can see, Looney, we jump over towards Looney who has the overshield. They've managed to get that overshield. Z gets a kill in the kill feed, and we'll see what Looney can do with this overshield.
Yeah, this one, they lost it the last time. It'll be important what they can do with it this time, because they have, look at that 6-kill gap. They've opened up some sort of breathing space between them and Final Form to answer back. I did say that they did outslay Final Form in that last series, but they, you know, obviously Strongholds isn't about who can kill who more. Yeah, Looney just obviously falling there, the pressure going back onto them. They look to be in control. Quick look at those stats. Sparky 3 and 6, so is Precision Knight, and it's a bit unlike Precision Knight to go -3 this early on.
Yeah, still plenty of game left, of course, for Precision Knight to turn this around, and I wouldn't back against them to do it. As Speed gets taken down over towards this Cine stairs, Precision Knight jumps up towards Yellow Ledge. Immediately will have some Mockit members to shoot at, so he has target practice there. Wisely decides he's going to back down, as every one of them seem to look towards him and peek over towards him on the ledge. Game slowing down just a moment. It looks like both teams set up towards the halfway point on the map. They're at the 50-yard line. There goes Batchford just falling out of the window. I don't know if it's a slippy ledge up there, but watch your footing, fella. 25 kills to 17, still in favour of this Mockit side. Doing a great job of trading off any kills and not letting any momentum for Final Form. As Looney has the sniper rifle, he takes down a member of Final Form there. Let's jump over towards Looney and see if he can find a few more faces.
Yeah, the pressure now on to Final Form. They got to make sure that they get this next OS. Otherwise, I think it's game over. Because Looney has that sniper, as you said. He can do some damage with it here. It doesn't, though. He's going to drop it, but I don't think that Final Form's going to be able to put enough pressure in there just yet to pick it up. Maybe somebody like Looney can pick it up on the respawn. Final Form are in trouble if they don't get this next OS, I think. Because they find themselves 8 kills down. It should be coming up now. Yes, it is. Precision Knight had an eye on it and died as he was going across to get it, but missed it. Does pick it up.
Final Form do have the overshield. Sniper rifle was down in yard as well. Mockit have that information. Morgan has picked up the sniper rifle as well, so it's overshield versus sniper rifle for the moment. Nade's going down onto Missed It. Wisely backing up with that sniper rifle, prioritising his life here to try and stay alive. Maybe he can pick some faces as they flood in towards this side from blue. It's all going down for the moment. Squashy gets a kill onto Missed It. Squashy gets a double kill in the feed. Looney looks like he's going to try to get the flank on this yard guy who drops into yard. No teammate to clean him up, but Batchford gets a kill onto Precision. It's only that yard player left now for the moment, and there it is. Looney gets the kill onto Sparky. Missed It, gets a kill off the respawn as well. So 28-37. It looks as though Final Form still down by 10 kills now. What do they need to do to get back into the game here?
Well, I'm impressed with Mockit's communication. It's quite obvious the communication's there, because Looney had a nade thrown into yellow pipes, and I think it was Mista that dropped down. Immediately, he turned straight away over towards Coaster and sent him the stairs. Without even hesitation. Sometimes you could find yourself dawdling about there and wondering what you're going to do next. Whether you're going to move. He immediately had the shots thrown on the far side, so it's clear and obvious that Mockit's communication is quite good. What can you say about Final Form here? Because some of it seems to be a bit strayed in places. I can see some of the movement. But here's a good opportunity for Precision Knight to get one on Batchford. Because look at that, look, three Mockit guys now all of a sudden coming out of the woodwork on the far side there. In a 2v1 situation which you should have killed Batchford, all of a sudden it's a 3v2 against them. Situations like that are gonna win this game for Mockit.
It looks as though Mockit are keeping the buddy system. If they go with at least one teammate, and at the moment Final Form being caught out by themselves in a lot of gunfights, and because of that you're seeing overshield, you're seeing sniper rifles go in favour of the Mockit side. Looks as though overshield is going to pop again very shortly. Sparky's out here trying to set up for a Precision Knight with the sniper rifle, gets a body shot, takes down that player, which is Looney. Has another couple of players on Cine stairs. It looks as though they're setting up towards this overshield. Mockit prioritised that, and they've got it as well. So sniper rifle for Final Form, overshield for Mockit. Only 5 kills, and you have to fancy if they can get any sort of momentum with this overshield, they will get the kills. Oh, Precision Knight caught out by Batchford. But he gets that shot, and then Bradford calls him out up on S4. He gets taken down. They only need 3 kills here to win the game and to tie this series up 1-1.
I mean, like, why is some of Final Form being so aggressive here? You know, they're down by 7. You gotta slow it down. You gotta, you know, don't be so aggressive here, because if you start putting yourself into these situations where it's 2v2, even trades, you know, Mockit only had to get trades to win this game.
Yeah, it was a tough ask. They would have needed to get a full clean wipe without losing a player, and it looks as though Mockit are going to close the game out. They're not the kind of players that will be caught in a full wipe system when they know they're up by a few kills as well. So playing it clever, keeping that buddy system in tandem, and ensuring that they don't get taken out by themselves or don't get isolated. And because of that, they're now 1-1 in the series. It's a great job out of Mockit to answer back, to bounce back there. Great job.
Well, looking at the stats, quick look, missed a big performance from him, 13. He broke even. The rest of the guys going negative, but so as well, he had a better performance this time. I have to give him credit where credit's due. 6 kills, 10 deaths this time, but all importantly, 10 assists. But look at that performance from Batchford. Batchford, 16 kills. You know, he had no power weapon kills. Those were all his own hard work. Nearly 2.5k in damage, just short of 60% on accuracy. That's a hell of a performance from Batchford.
Yeah, we must touch upon, of course, last week we did have Warlord playing with this Mockit roster, who has now actually gone split off and played with a Viperio roster that actually got taken down early doors by this Final Form roster. I don't know if there was a team change there, if Warlord had been dropped and Zud had been brought in. I don't know what way it worked. We'll have to get confirmation and find out exactly the inner workings of it. I can only assume that Mockit have dropped Warlord and replaced him with Zud. And Zud, if he gets some more game time under his belt, he will be a force. Of course, he was a Pro League player once upon a time, so he's no slouch when it comes to Halo 5, and he'll bounce back quickly. We did have him in the double series playing with Spenny. But we will be heading into Game 3, Echelon Ball. What way do you see this one going, Caelan?
Well, so far we've seen it the last time we seen a ball, it was quite unpredictable, tit for tat, and I can see probably this being something similar. Slays mean nothing when it comes to objective. It's all about good communication. You would think, given what you've seen from that last game, that Mockit have that communication in the bag, and obviously an advantage there. They've played together for, you know, quite a long time, some of those guys. But then you look at the likes of the Aussie, Mista and Precision Knight have played together for a long time too. I think it's going to be a tit for tat game. I can't call this.
You're sitting on the fence. That is not what I want to hear from you. It sounds to me like you're being a coward.
Anyway, I don't know where people are getting this new copy paste enter Twitch thing. I don't know who started that. But that is not how you enter the next competition. We'll give you a word or something for at the end of the series, and we'll roll it at the start of the finals, and then we'll do a fun giveaway at the end of the finals. I think so. I don't know where the copy and pasting is.
The word should probably just be copy pasta in the future. That's probably the word we should use. Just to troll the trolls. But Echelon Ball is about to kick off. We're about to hear the whistle, and there it is. Squashy will kick us off here on map 3. Which way is it going to go? Caelan's sitting on the fence. I'm going to fancy just ever so slightly these Mockit lads. As you said before, they've been teaming together for a long time, and you would hope this game would be in their favour, as Echelon Ball is one of those ones that the veteran players probably haven't played too much, but the players who've been playing consistently have. You have your likes of your Squashies, your Batchfords. They've made this place home, and they're getting a couple of kills there in the kill feed for Batchford. 11 is the earliest scoring, so already Mockit have started to score, and Power Weapons was in their control. You can see Squashy set up out towards this Pelican here.
Squashy's doing a lot of good work there, actually, just holding off the pressure to come across on the far side. You know, just holding off Mista and Precision Knight just that wee few longer, just to drain as much out of the ball as possible. So good work from him.
Good work from him, and he's ensured his teammate and his team have been able to keep control of the ball. 29 seconds in their favour, scoring no longer though, as ball has dropped for just a brief moment. It's down in the reset spot, bottom middle. Squashy eyeing it up. Can he get himself in control of it? Speed looking to say no. He heads also towards that ball side. A couple of players of Mockit to contend with. He gets taken down finally. That's 2 kills in the feed in favour of Mockit. Batchford has the ball. He's juggling it away. Mystic trying to get some shots into him. Precision Knight does take down Looney in the feed. As you can see,
this is where the comms comes in.
Still has the ball. Sparky desperately trying to stay alive, but he's taken down again. This Mockit roster doing an incredible job at keeping the guys on final form disjointed, not being able to get any momentum, not able to get anything going here.
Well, look at this. It's going 50 points in a row. This is where the comms comes in. You know, Batchford had a decision of maybe 3 routes to go down, you know, and obviously picked the right one. He backed off in toward where the rocket launcher is there. He can't throw the ball off and give up because obviously he's been given the signal that get out of there. Everybody's closing in on his position. Rockets is up. I think Mist is going to pick it up. And a fresh ball down on bottom mid. Interesting game, but 58 points on the bounce with nothing from final form.
Yeah, maybe we should shoot over to Mista here, who has the rocket launchers in his hand. He's fired off a flare there, missing that player completely. Batchford who had no shields. You'd like to see him at least connect at all, do any sort of splash damage with the rockets onto that player with no shields, just to finally take him down. But unfortunately, it wasn't to be on this occasion. Final Form finally get their first point on the board. Rocket goes down for Mista. He does get that kill, makes it 1 kill out of 2 rockets. Not the worst, but not the best as well at the same time. It does get that kill on the Batchford, so great job getting the double kill. So with the kill he didn't get with the rocket launcher, he was able to get with his fists instead. Maybe he's more of an MMA sort of guy, mixed martial arts. But at the moment, Mockit in full control of the game. Mista gets a kill on the Squashy, trying to hope to break the chain, but unfortunately he can't. Final Form in favour now. Man advantage of just a single one. Can they get some scoring here though?
Triple killer Sparky there. That's great result out of him. I was going to ask questions of him after the first two games, even his performance, even in the first one, but he's definitely answered back quite well. It seems like Final Form's getting a bit of momentum and a bit of a grip back in this series. They're 15 points, sorry, on the bounce, which is good. And fresh ball coming in on bottom mid.
Never ever question the free for all god that is Sparky. Never do it.
I mean, he's got that raw ability too, you know, to win those sort of dog fights in Halo.
Speed's got the ball opposite, drop it for a moment to apply some pressure onto the Mockit roster, who wisely decided to back down. So they've done a great job there of stifling that attack from Mockit, scoring some points all the while, keeping it over towards this Rocket side. Rockets will be up in about 30 seconds or so as well. As you can see the pad there, up in 5 seconds rather. It looks as though Mockit have broken that setup and will get rocket launchers as a reward as well as the ball. So that's not what you want to see. You don't want to be giving rocket launcher and the ball over to the enemy team.
Yeah, they have total map control as well. They have the ball in the ideal position. You know, that ability to throw it off. They have the rockets there to give them a bit of cover on the right hand side. Squashy gonna move across to join with his teammates. Obviously has protection with that rockets and with the numbers. He's not going to pick it up though. He's going to let Batchford and Zo do all the work to establish a bit of a game plan here. Though it does look like they're in total control of it now.
Batchford's looking to do just that, to do some work, tried to get the burn, but unfortunately he couldn't do that. Great job out of Final Form to secure that camouflage. Precision Knight though, caught with his pants down, caught with no shields, gets taken down by Squashy. Missed it, trades out that kill, so great work. Do they still have the camouflage? Yes they do. It's for Missed It. What can he do with it? Gets put some shots into Zo. I'd like to see him drop down bottom, which he does. Stay alive with that camouflage. Prioritise your life here. The kill that you're trying to get there is not worth losing the camouflage for. So great work out of Mista to wisely decide he'd live to fight another day.
Yeah, interesting now that Final Form. You know, you ideally want to be up on the far side, don't you? You know, you have the height advantage. You have the rocket launcher should have spawned over there too. But Precision Knight's going to just slowly tick away at the scoreboard here. You know, they were nearly 80 points down. All of a sudden, they're bringing it back to close to 30. Probably at the end of this time where he's going to throw it off and he finally gets a bit of pressure put on him. Well, so, yeah, Final Form are back in the series.
Up on that high side, Mista was the first point of contact trying to defend with that camouflage, spotting the enemy players out before they can spot him and relaying that information to his teammates. So although you ideally would like to be on the high side, as Kaelan touched upon, if you have the camouflage, you do have that leeway to then play around it and utilize it and to just set up towards the Pelican, because it's a difficult kill to get that ball guy out towards the Pelican, because there's so many ways he can cut off your sight lines by hiding around it and so on and so forth, that it becomes a really difficult kill. So I'm not angry or against Final Form's play there, using that camouflage as a bit of a spot. But at the moment they have cut that lead down to within 28 at the moment. So we will need to see Mockit bounce back and have a little bit more momentum going in their favour, as double kill in the kill feed for Mista and Precision Knight. But then Squashy answers back, but Squashy gets a kill but cannonballs off the map into the drink as well, so you don't want to see that from him. Speed has the rockets that jump over to him.
Yeah, Speed, he's had his rockets for the last maybe 15 or 20 seconds, just protecting the ball there a bit. They have a good setup here at the minute, and this could be, there's the camouflage. Oh, he missed it.
So that rocket hit the lip. He's missed both rockets and now speeds in full panic. Camouflage drops down. He finally gets the kill and spares the blushes of speed, but he panicked there once he'd missed that first rocket, and he sent out a second one, which was just a flare. But unfortunately for him, finally able to get that kill on the Z, and he spares any red-faced blushes, and Z maybe making a show of him. But at the moment,
this ball back quick now. Look, all of a sudden they're scrambling for the ball. That's great movement from Precision Knight, just to hold on to that ball, just to drain just for an extra few seconds. Batchford's going to run up with it here. They need to get some scores on here, because all of a sudden Final Form, who were 80 points down, are breathing down the back of their necks at the minute.
Precision Knight dropped the ball, and Final Form decided to back it off, but unfortunately, when in doing so, left the ball in control of Batchford, who scooped it up, brought it up the lift, and was able to score a few extra valuable points. Only 4 minutes and some change left on the clock as well. Will they run out of time before the score ticks over? Final Form has the ball. Sparky has it in his hand. Rocket launcher up in 15. It looks as though they're not aware where he is. Gets the back whack, but then Sparky gets the trade. Great job out of Z, just hiding out of plain sight there to try and catch that player unaware over towards the Rockets. And looks as though Mockit will get this rocket launcher as they're setting up towards it. Sparky needs to get ready to play this ball. He's left it out in the open.
Left behind, and it's 4-1.
That's a misplay from Sparky. He's not played that ball. He's just donated the ball and the Rockets over towards Mockit. A misplay from Sparky.
Yeah, that was a 4v1 situation. All he did was just get that ball thrown over, take it with him. And I think he was just confident enough in trying to take a 1v1 situation. We talked about that free-for-all ability that he has, and in the end, he got punished for it.
Yeah, he's donated 20 seconds of time over towards Mockit because of that one misplay, not dropping the ball off the map and resetting, knowing that Mockit were going to get the rocket launcher instead, opting to give them the ball and the rockets. Will that pay dividends? Will that matter the most when it comes to the final endgame result here? They only need 16 seconds to Mockit. 3 minutes left and a little bit of change as well. What way do you see it going towards the latter stages here, Caelan?
Interesting. Look at Squashy. Squashy is having a brilliant game. 23 kills, 15 assists. He's leader on both of those, and he's also had 48 seconds on the ball. He's had a brilliant game. If he can continue this and close this game out, there's only 6 seconds left. Looney will have it. You'd hope that he's going to take it to the corner and take this game to game 4 with a 2-1 lead.
2-1 lead for Mockit. They've bounced back from that first game wobble. Can they close the series out here? Will they go 3-1, or will it go to a Game 5 Slayer? We do love a Game 5 Slayer around here at Europa Halo, Caelan.
We do. And last week's grand final, obviously going to a Game 5, was exciting stuff. And look, like I said, a quick look at those stats. Oh, nearly 60%, just short of 59% there from Squashy. Nearly just shy of the 3k damage club. But somebody who did was Mista, just over 3k for him. But Squashy, big performance from him. 23 kills, 15 assists, and a good share of time on the ball too. So hell of a performance from him, and you'd hope that going into game 4 here that he's going to carry that through.
Squashy's had a game to remember there. Just when his team needed him the most, he stepped up, and we're getting word that whatever team wins this series will be heading towards Cartel, who have taken down Austrian Force 3-0 and are now in the grand finals, having not lost a map. They're angry. They want to repay and take down whoever comes in through to the grand finals. They want to win this tournament outright. Of course, they dropped it 3-2 last week. Precision Knight was filling in. Will it be Precision Knight against his old teammates in the grand finals? He has a lot of work to do here against Mockit as they're down 2-1 in the series. We're going to be on Coliseum CTF here. We're going to be jumping in very shortly, but talk to me about Squashy's game and the significance that had on the series there.
Look, we talked about teamwork, and when the backs were to the wall with Mockit, when Final Form were breathing down their neck, guys like that stood up and we counted. That's a huge performance out of him. Outstanding. Like, that's maybe one of the performances of the week from him, from in terms of a particular game, because Final Form's no pushover of the team. These are probably what I would consider within the top 4 teams within Europe at the minute. Both these sides, and definitely, they've had bad and rough brackets in the previous week. I know Mockit had a really rough bracket last week, having to go up against Jimbo's team in quarterfinal stage. But Mockit's 1 game away from a grand final.
Yeah, and was that result against Power the reason why they made the team change, dropping Warlord for Z, and now Z has brought them to the semi-finals and are on the brink of making grand finals. So has that team change paid dividends for the moment at least? Although Zer's having a quiet game in terms of kills and he's not exactly been the flashiest, he's definitely put up plays and he's worthy of being in this. And like I said before, when he gets back up to speed and he starts playing this a little bit more consistently, and he's winning the practice. He played that double series that we had, and he's back now in the pro series as well. So it's great to see him back, and great to see him performing to a decent ability as well. But now Looney out towards his rocket side, immediately gets aggressive on the Sparky. I like that play from him. Instead of just picking up the rockets, gets the kill. That's 2 kills in their favor. We might see. Oh, he shoots a flare though. That's all that is a warning. He shot 2 flares, so he got lost that player up in the clouds, and because of that, a great start turned into a very bad start all of a sudden, Caleb.
Yeah, used it before, an opportunity missed there. Definitely something that Mockit could have capitalised on to maybe put pressure on final form. But look, one thing that we don't know in the background that we obviously can't hear this week is the communication. So it might have been brought in for something like that. You know, he might not be performance on kills, but kills and slays and assists and all isn't the BN and all end all when it comes to Halo. The communication could be a factor, and he could be one of those guys who is given the right orders and shouting out when he needs to shout out. So, you know, something we can't see, and it's obviously something that's rubbed off because they are 1 game away from a grand final at the minute. But a good run here from final form here could just upset that.
It could upset it. We could be going towards game 5, and they had that flag out for a moment. It looks as though Speed is going to relay that flag as well, throw it towards his corner. Looney takes him down. A combination of Looney and Squashy take down Speed, but the flag is in a bit of a bad spot. It's out in the open. Looks as though Batchford is prioritising other people instead of the flag carrier. Missed it. Puts that score on the board, 1-0 in the game, and this series is looking very tasty all of a sudden, Caleb.
Yeah, you gotta get these ones cleared out of blue base quick if you want to get a counter cap. Guys flying in, nades flying in. Blue cave missed a spawn there too. The flag is away, but under really no pressure at all. So much so that blue is actually running out towards red now. Happy enough to just let that flag time out. Yeah, that's a big one because you said, you know, Mockit had a great start to this game, and that's a big blow to them already to go 1-0 down in the manner that they have.
Yeah, rocket launcher looks as though go over towards this Mockit side, and they'll be looking to get a flag cap of their own. They're putting a lot of pressure over towards this final form side base. They're a little bit pegged back, a little bit turtly at the moment for my liking. Flag gets pulled out, it's on the move. Sparky putting some good shots down on the flag carrier, but he's just able to evade for a moment. Grenade goes in, great grenade. Heads up grenade by Sparky. He's been in that situation time and time again. He knows exactly where to bank that grenade, so it takes down that flag carrier who's trying to get away. Going to slip through the maze there, but he's taken down Sparky, doing a great job. Will he be able to get the recove as well? Yes, he will. Love that play from Sparky.
Yeah, I mean, he had a bit of a misplay in the last game, but he's definitely making up for it this time.
Making up for it this time. He must know himself. It's time to show up. If they lose this series, I would say they're going home, but again, they're already home. We're all at home. We're always at home. Will this coronavirus ever go away? But Sparky looking to head towards this rocket side, put some pressure. As you can see, Zuz over that side, but Zuz gone low importantly, so they will not cross paths for the moment. And Zuz has a bit of a flank on Squashy, gets some shots into a guy who's no shield, takes down Squashy. Sparky on board him this whole time, doing a really good job of staying alive, playing his life, being a factor on the map. Put some shots down to Batchford, gets him down to no shields, but Wesley backs down. There we go, flag out by Morgan. We mentioned they didn't cross paths, and you can see Zuz has the flag out towards that blue corner. Will he be able to turn it into a cap? He's gotten over the halfway point, just needs to play his life. 2 kills in favour of Mockit. This should be a 1-1 here, Caleb.
Yeah, you'd hope so. But look, things have happened. It's 1-1. And immediately Squashy looking to push him through elbow here to try and maintain that pressure on final form.
So they'll score that flag 1-1. And this game is on a flyer snipe rifle. Looks as though it's about to pop. Players all scattered around the map now, frantically trying to stay alive. Rockets are up on that platform. Can anybody take control of them? Looks as though Morgan has lost that. Players in the lights cannot track down that player. Looks as though it was Speed. He's now stepped away into the basement, gets a shot in his back for good measure. Speed staying alive out here towards this rocket side now. It's a battle of the ages. It's taken a long time to happen, but it's a battle of the ages. Zo was just in hot pursuit of Speed that whole time, shoots that rocket. Nobody seems to be able to get a kill with these rockets today, Caleb.
No, everybody's just missing. I'm gonna blame the wall or blame an edge or something just to deflect that rocket away. But Batchford with a big kill there, double kill across the middle. It's 3 down now, 4 final form. They got to capitalize on situations like these and put aggression into the base. Capitalize on that blue cave spawn. I'm watching Zaw here as he comes in. That's a nice kill. He gets a double here. That's even better. Now he's going to pull the flag, and we're on a run here.
That's one thing about Zaw. He doesn't play passive. He doesn't play on his heels. He likes to bring the action all of the time. He's high octane all of the time. He gets a double kill, immediately looking to pull that flag, get things rolling, get things on the move, put them under pressure. You don't need to stay around, hang about, getting more pointless kills. Get that flag out when you have the advantage. He has it towards the corner. He's relayed it towards him, and those last 2 flag caps are all because of Zaw.
Yeah, he's doing the hard work for this series, definitely. And we talked about what does he bring to the series, and obviously there's something here that the guys in Mockit were happy with to bring him on board this week, and they're 2-1 up at the minute, and 1 capture away now from that grand final appearance against Cartel.
Zaw just keeps slipping over towards that rocket side, unseen by the guys on final form, and he's managed to pick up a couple of kills there and secure another flag cap. And now Mockit have the flag on the move once more, back down towards the trenches. It's moving towards red side now on the lights. Looney getting some pressure, taking down no shields, and then finally taken down, but missed it. Diving on this flag to get the re, playing his life expertly. There was a touch there as well by one of the guys over at Mockit, but the flag is finally recovered, and now it's on the move. Sparky has their flag, and look at the score, an answer back of his own.
Yeah, this is definitely turning into a bit of an interesting game anyway. Final form aren't going to let this series go as easy. If you can just nail a bit of a snipe there on the far side.
Sparky whiffed a couple of them shots. We have to start calling them whiffing. A couple of shots go astray, and because of that, it's allowed Mockit to get that flag back to their own side. There's a bit of a standoff at the moment. We can see Precision Knight trying to get that recov, trying to tie this game up 2-2. And Speed takes down Zaw. It's all over the place. It managed to somehow get relayed. It was spun up into the air, and a grateful hand from a Mockit side. They take that flag, they throw it home, and that is 3-1. They will be heading towards grand finals to meet Cartel. What a series that was, and it was on a knife edge.
Yeah, just unfortunate for those guys. Like some decisions you'll question. Oddball, obviously, that last game might come back to haunt them. It has. A great performance out of the Mockit guys. 3-1. Totally outslayed them again. Assists, it was an all-round great performance, and you can't fault them. It's simple. Mockit deserve the win, and they're going to be up for it even, into this grand final against a very, very strong Cartels squad.
You'd think final form were able to take down Power. Was it a bad day for Power, or final form just they peaked after that first initial win against Power and thought it was an easy breezy road to the finals? But no, not to be. They've been taken down by Mockit. A stellar performance out of Mockit. And again, I want to touch upon that flag game. He came alive. That was his bread and butter. Heading down towards the rocket side, picking that flag up, sticking it on his back, and heading down towards home. Every time he managed to do it. And to be fair, final form just couldn't stop him.
Yeah. Look, they maybe got complacent or just overconfident after that big win against Power. I mean, who wouldn't? You can't blame them if you take down the team that's the reigning champions last week, and you take them down in a quarter final of this week. You'd be very overconfident going to this one. But look, Precision Knight, he'll be disappointed. He'll be gutted that he isn't going to be getting in grand final this week, because he would, he'd love to try and have a go at the team that he was playing for last week.
Yeah.
Definitely an interesting grand final in store for us.
Yeah, Precision Knight's grand final streak is up, and the player that Nighty Night highlighted missed it. He just didn't have enough to get himself into the grand finals here, but a great job out of final form. And I hope to see this roster stick together and maybe put some scrims in, because they definitely have the raw ability and talent to go forward and go further. They just need to stick together now and tweak out some of those little errors that they had. But in terms of raw skill, it's definitely there in abundance for this team. But unfortunately, they came unstuck here against this Mockit roster, and they will be heading towards grand finals to come up against Cartel, who we said again haven't dropped the map. We're going to take a short break as we set the lobbies up. We get ourselves going.
Hold on. We'll just do a giveaway. We'll do a giveaway word before, and we'll roll it after the break. But just in true fashion, we'll because he's getting plenty of love in the chat. The key word for this one is Batchford. Batchford, lowercase Batchford. If you type in lowercase Batchford, we'll roll that at the end of this one, and we'll give away a nameplate to one winner.
We do love a giveaway, so get that in the chat. Batchford, all lowercase. Give him love. He's turned up in a big way in this series and in that last game in particular as well. Big numbers from him. But we will take a short break and we'll be back with you very shortly.